Hi everyone, it's Melody Lane again, and I'm going to show you how to do some vinyl. I'm going to use my pen on vinyl. Well, let me correct myself. I'm going to use my pen on contact paper. I'm going to use white contact paper. It's very cheap. And I'm going to use a pen on it too, the Slick Writers pens. It's American Crafts Slick Writers. I'll put a link in the description below of where you can get it on Amazon. And some of the stores have them too. I'm going to show you how to make it right and cut. And I already did it with this do something, and today we're going to say do something creative every day. And as you can see, I have some right and some cut. So everything is, see the little purple lines? It will actually do the purple outside lines too, and those lines on the inside. Let me make it bigger. Zoom in so you can see what it's going to do. If I was going to cut these out really big, it would be kind of cool to cut out those lines there. And see the wall through it. But because I'm not cutting this out so big, I'm not going to expect it to cut that. So we're just going to write that. I'm going to do the word creative. And I'm going to do this one in a different font and a different size. It's the Soiree Lettering Graceful, I think. What's the name of it? What is that one? It's the only one I had. Grace Script. I had to purchase that one because I don't have the Anna ones. Okay, let's go to, I think it's Kate's ABCs is which one I want. Okay, this is the one I like. Kate's ABCs. For the creative, and this word will be bigger. Whoops. This is in my way. Move it over. I'm not sure how I'm going to size all of these. And as you can see, this has a shadow behind it. I am going to have that shadow cut out, but I'm going to have this right in purple metallic. This will be in white. And I think that's all I'm going to do for that. Do I want the spacing to be closer together for the words? Let's see. Make them a little closer. Fit that in right there. Probably going to make this whole thing a little bigger. Okay, that was easy. This next one is harder. Every day. Ooh, I kind of like that. Like, almost covering that. Okay, let's switch this back. Go with my original plan. Back to soiree. Where's it at? You know, I'm almost 43 years old. I should know my alphabet by now. Okay, I want these to be a little closer together so we can weld them. And a little bigger. the do something, I think, is like 105 is the size. We could stick that right up there. Okay, I want to weld these together. First, I want to see this in purple. And you can't see this one. This will be in white. Okay, we have to ungroup all these. Ungroup. Okay, I put these on top. That's okay. I'm going to hit my shift key. And then I'm going to take each one of these letters. Then I'm going to hit weld. It lets me weld because I ungrouped them all. Now we have to ungroup the written ones. Then it brings them to the top. And I'm holding the shift key, and then I'm just going to hit each one of these layers. The same way I hit them down there, but I'm just hitting these. So I make sure I get the written one and not the cut one. Because I'm going to weld all of the written ones together also. And when I do that, it always changes it back to a cut line. So you make sure you change that back to written. There. And now this looks thicker than this, and it did this before. I mean, I'm not really sure why it does that. Oops. We don't want to do that because they're not attached yet. So now we have this highlighted. We hit the shift key, and we hit this one. And there's always a trick to get them together, but then hit attach. There we go. And now I want to cut these, but I need to attach them first. Let me show you what happens if you do not attach everything together. See, the creative word was not attached to each other, and that's not how I want it done, right? So what we need to do is hit select all, or if there's just parts you want to attach, you just click on the parts. But I want everything attached. Oh, and it's not letting me now. I wonder, oh, because this is still grouped. The word creative is grouped with the shadow. Remember, I never did ungroup that. So we have to ungroup it, but we keep it exactly where it is. Although it almost looks like we moved it. Okay. I'm going to hit the shift key and hit both of these. Whoops, almost had it. And it still does not let you attach. You know what that means? It's still grouped. We just ungrouped them from each other, but we did not ungroup each letter from each other. So we have to click ungroup. Okay, that's ungrouped. But that's not ungrouped. You have to ungroup the shadow from the font, and then you have to ungroup each letter in the shadow and ungroup each letter in the font. But I also, now you can't see the written one because it's behind the other one. So I'm going to grab all of the written ones. Where'd they go? And you can see what is done here. And I'm going to attach those, and then it'll bring them up front. Now I'm going to find all the cut ones. And attach those. Although I don't have to do that. Let's just select all and attach. Then it attaches everything. Let's hit go. See what happens. Yay! I think I'm going to make it a little bigger. I'm going to make it as big as I possibly can. See if that will fit. And it will, or it would have already told me it won't. And because this outside line is yellow, that means it will fit on the mat. Now if I moved it, see how it turned red? That means it's not on the mat nicely. Alright, I'm not even going to try to get that back on the mat correctly. I'm just going to hit go again. Oh, and look, I have room. I could do another one. Do I want to? No, I better just cut one out. Whoop. Loading my pen. This is a Slick Writer pen, and it will write on the contact paper. Here's my contact paper, and I had to smooth this out and make sure there were no bubbles where it's going to be cut. Okay, and I'm going to go ahead and load the mat. I'm going to put this, I'm actually going to put it right between paper and vinyl, because it is contact paper and it's not quite as thick as vinyl. Oh, and I have to hit go. I always forget that. So excited. I think it did really good. And you can use this white contact paper and any color marker. Now, where's my little weeder? It did. I'm we've got to weed out the middle sections. Inside the E's. We have to take out everything we don't want on the wall or wherever we're going to put this. I'm going to put mine on my wall underneath my Create banner. There's two holes in it though. Oh, that's too many. Oh, please. Okay, now I'm going to use transfer paper. This is the Cricut transfer paper. And I'm just going to cut it big enough. You got to peel this back. And you want to keep this paper on the back and the tape. This tape is what we're going to put over this, but this we're going to put on the back. So we're going to use both of these sheets here, okay? So we're going to cover, actually I'm going to go over the top a little extra. Put it on here slowly. Put it on there real smoothly. You don't want any bubbles. I'm going to use my little scraper and burnish this onto it. Okay, then we're going to pull this up and make sure it all comes. You got to do it slowly and watch everything you lift up and make sure it's coming up with it. You don't want to have anything stuck back on the mat. Okay. Now, you can put it straight on the wall from here. But I'm going to cover this with the other backing. But I'm not going to put it all the way at the top. I'm going to leave some stickiness at the top so we can tape it up on the wall a little bit. Now, if you were making this for somebody and going to send it or transport it to someone, then this is how you would do that. You would put this back on the back so it doesn't stick to anything. Okay, so now what I'm going to do, put this up on the wall. There's my banner. My Create banner, if you haven't seen it, that my subscribers sent in banner pieces for me, and those are the ones I chose. So I'm going to put it underneath the E and the A because those are the center of my banner. Okay, I'm putting some washi tape on here. Make sure it sticks. Don't think it's... Now, to really get it even, you want to put marks on the wall and use a ruler to get it perfectly even. I'm not doing that because I'm too lazy to do that. not want to stick up here. Does that look even? Okay. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to slowly take this backing off. Another piece on there. Okay, I'm going to slowly pull this backing off. Okay. So now we're going to start sticking this on the wall. I'm going to use this. You can also use a credit card or anything you want. Get it stuck to the wall. And this wall is a little bumpy, so it's not the best. Okay, it doesn't want to stick to the wall. Okay, this does not want to stick to my wall. So I'm going to go ahead and put it on my machine. At the top of the D there. And it must have meant to be here because it absolutely fits perfectly. And we'll see if we can get it to stick to the machine. There we go. It'll stick to the machine. My wall is really bumpy. It's like been painted a million times. I rent this house. And it also has glitter in the paint. They're just not smooth walls. And this is contact paper. It's not as permanent as vinyl. There. Isn't that cool? Love it. Okay, Now do something creative every day, guys. All right, guys, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.